And we're back. Hello everybody, DarkPhoenix Gaming here, and welcome back to our Imperator Rome mini-series as the Roman Republic. It's time to finally kick things off and actually unpause the game. So, in this episode, we'll be getting started with war against the Samnites. And I'm sure there are some people wondering, who played this game, if I'm planning to get started with a war, why am I not fabricating a claim? Who the balls is Apulia? Oh, it's you. No, you're next on my list, so fuck off. Anyways, the reason why I'm not fabricating a claim is because of an event that Rome gets a couple of months in, where they get instant and permanent claims on basically all of Italy. So, and Sabine, no, you cannot have a defensive pact. So, because of that, we are going to be waiting until we get those claims before we start any wars, just because it's easier and I don't have to spend the oratory power on claiming things. As you see there, we get instant claims on a bunch of provinces, which, to be honest, I have kind of mixed feelings about the whole instant claim thing. For a couple of reasons. For one thing, it just seems a little bit overpowered as Rome to instantly take territory like that. It probably is kind of OP, actually. If I'm being totally honest, it is definitely a bit overpowered. But at the same time, it's a historical thing that one of the things that Rome wants to do is claim land from their Italian neighbors, expanding in Italy and consolidating their position. Here is one of the things that Rome has quite a bit of vested interest in doing. So from that perspective, it is a historically accurate thing. It's one of those questions of, do you want to go for historical accuracy, or would you rather be going for a balanced game? It's that whole state of affairs. Do you want balance or historical accuracy? And you kind of have to make that whole decision. For now, there's a defensive league that Samnium is in, as well as an alliance. But we're gonna start this war, and we are also going to call in all of our vassals. I know the technical term for them is not vassals. I know that technically our vassals are called feudatories, but I just call them vassals because I'm used to the other Paradox games where that's a thing. And this will increase tyranny, but whatever. And we are now going to murder a few Samnites. As I was saying, I kind of have mixed feelings about the fact that we get those claims like that. It seems a little bit overpowered, is the first thing. That's not the only reason. And we completely stack wiped those idiots. I'll split off a besieging force and send some other guys over here to lay siege to a couple of the unoccupied provinces. Anyways, the problem, in addition to being overpowered, is that in general, instantly getting stuff in this game, I just don't like it that much. We'll keep our other army over here. Instant claims and instant anything is something I'm not too fond of. Which is why I'm glad in this upcoming patch that you instantly get stuff that, as a concept in the game, is going away. That's one thing I'm very glad of. I think it's going to make it better overall. That's 12,000 men of the enemy again. They're probably going to try to lay siege. And Samnium is already trying to sue for peace. They're offering us Apulia and Campania. Let's actually check. What would that consist of? Their territory, Apulia and Campania. Campania. Let's see here. Provinces. Apulia is everything they own in that, and Campania, everything they own in this. That's it, Apulia, Campania. I think that Samnium is basically just offering to surrender. Is that right? Is that right? Well, I'm gonna save here, just in case this isn't what I think it is, and if it's not what I think it is, I will reload the game, but I want to see what this will do. What they'll actually give us if we agree. No, that isn't to surrender. It's not a surrender. We didn't get their stuff in the center there. So, I am gonna reload the save. But yeah, to get back to the subject of Rome's claims, I think, honestly, my preferred way to do the Rome getting claims thing would actually be not instant claims. What I would prefer is that we just get a bonus to making claims in the Italian territories, that we can claim things for less oratory power would be my preferred way to do it, because it would represent the fact that we're focusing on claiming these territories. And as such, we have a bonus to... I'm doing a terrible job of getting this across, but as we're focusing on taking that territory, we have a claim. Yes, I'll take that trade deal. we have a buff to how much to cost reduction, essentially. What are they? Samnite, Apulia, Alabenum, and Benevito. Yeah, I'll switch the map mode, but they're really trying to make peace. They want out of this war. Stupid amount. They really do. They're also just piling troops into Lucaria there. That's going to be a lot of attrition. It really is. That's now, since we can see the way my vassals are just randomly moving around and stuff, this is time to mention one of the things I think that I don't really like about the game. That being the fact that I cannot really do anything in order to influence my vassals, because what I would like to do, if possible... Oh, they're attacking there. Send in the reserves. And let's see how they like that fight with an additional 12,000 troops committed. Not going to be as fond of it, I don't think. And they gave up that siege, but one of the things I'm not so fond of is the fact that you can't set any sort of priority as far as vassals are concerned. This is one of those features that's present in EU4 that I hope eventually a version of that comes to this game, where you can tell your vassals to do a certain sort of thing, that you want them to support your forces, aggressively lay siege to enemy territories or whatever, and their behavior will just kind of reflect that, is something that I hope to eventually see in this game. That siege is nearly done. We'll have those two down soon enough. Yes, unfortunately, rather a lot of enemies in the region. Thanks to the fact there's a few more members of the opposing side in this war than usual with this sort of thing. That siege has been conducted successfully. I think it's going to be time to kill that army. Or a couple of ones over there. And our vassals are getting in on that business, looks like. Let's send our forces in to help them out with that. Are they going to arrive in time, though? No, they are not. As a result, no, we can't tell them to call off our attack yet, but we might have done enough damage that we can crush them this time around. Here's to hoping. And 26,000 in that with us plus our vassals. But well, those 16,000 can head down there and kill that army. They'll be moving on to a few other provinces once we have successfully sieged down that place. And yes, the enemy is just falling like in droves here. It's glorious. But there comes another 17,000. We're losing a lot here. But here come reinforcements heading on in. We're up to 21,000 again. Victory there. Some more foreigners are arriving in our court, and our subjects are sieging down places. You know, I was originally going to continue this war until we took out Lucania, but I might just leave it at just taking Samnium this time around. That might be the better approach. And there we have it. That siege is won. So we have their northern territories. I want to fully occupy Samnia, because I am going to conquer them in this war, regardless if I conquer any of the other enemies in it as well. I am going to conquer the Samnites. They're going to cease to exist and become part of Rome, yo. Honestly, the impression that I'm getting a lot in this game is that a lot of the people seem to have come to it expecting something different than what they got. They seem to have not come here expecting a map painting game with a Roman theme, which is blatantly what this is. All the advertisement and marketing and everything makes that clear. But that doesn't seem to be what a lot of the people reviewing the game on Steam were expecting it to be, and I'm not really sure why, but that seems to be a lot of the issue. What they got and what they were expecting is different. In addition, it also seems to be the case that they were expecting all the features that were present in previous Paradox games to just be ported over to this one, including the ones that were only there after several years of updates and free patches. Which, I just don't understand a lot of these people's logic. That's never been the way Paradox updates their games. Whether you agree with that policy or not is irrelevant. It's never been the way they've done things. So I don't know why you'd expect that to change now. They've done it that way for years. Release a game that is at its base complete, even if it doesn't have everything that you like and you would like to see, and then update and add more features over time. They've always done it like that. I don't get why people would expect that to suddenly become different. I mean, I get that there's a lot of it that feels incomplete, and there are features not present here I would like. That's very much true. But I also have faith in Paradox that they will continue to update the game and make it better over time. So, not only that, but I just find it very enjoyable as a game. Even if it doesn't have every feature I would like, and there are some things I wish were different, I still find it fun, and I like it. That to me is the important part. As a game, it's very likable. And it is what it promised to be. A map painting war game set in the Roman era. The focus is war. That was always meant to be the case. I do not understand why so many people seem to have expected on release that the focus would not be almost exclusively on war. Again, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm saying it is, in that regard, what the developers said they wanted to make it. Whether you like what they wanted to make. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. Had a little technical problem with my computer that I had to just pause to sort out. But we're back now. Probably a little bit ahead of and or behind time, but we are back. And I'm kicking these guys' asses, so that's good. There they go. But I think I need that province back. It not being mine is annoying. For some reason they somehow managed to get troops around me to take it back off me. I don't like that. And I know I said how I was probably just gonna sue for peace with those guys, but I think I might go for Lucania as well. The other people in their little alliance, on the other hand, I can't be bothered with. However, I will break their faces in, and then once I occupy this whole thing, I'm going to annex both of them. That's my plan, anyways. Let's see where everyone's located, just so I know for certain. I could go after the Brutus down here. Messapia is not an option because Tarentum is in between us. But I could go after them as well. Depends on how much I want to actually do in terms of extending the length of this war. Our vassals are idiots. They're launching an attack they're outnumbered with. Probably they feel confident because I'm around. Yeah, that's gonna be it. They feel like my presence is going to help. I just got in. That's another 3,000 heading in. We have a lot more morale. We should be able to rout them. But they have a clan retinue heading on in. Not helping them out much, considering we still have more damn morale, despite being outnumbered about 5-1 or so. More like 4-1, actually. These vassals are so handy to have, just because they have troops that can be thrown at us like this. But we're about to lose some territory up there to those assholes. Not happy about that in the slightest. Can we? Yeah, we got a siege completion. I was just gonna send them at our enemy, but not happening, I don't think. Let's see. If I wanted to sue for peace right now, what could I actually get? We wouldn't be able to get all of Lucania. But I could partition them a bit. Those guys decided to head north after deoccupying that. They're probably going to siege down our one territory. Right now, if I had to guess. Yep, called it. Unfortunately for us, things look like they're starting to turn against us a bit. So I'm going to have to make peace. This isn't everything I would have liked, but might do. Any chance we could get? Let's actually check the names of who we're negotiating with. Let's see if we can get Lucania as a feudatory. And then annex all of the territories off of our friends. So up in Samnium. Yeah, that'll be how we resolve this. Lucania becomes our feudatory and we annex Samnium. And I will take all of their money, of course. Much smaller amount of aggressive expansion. But apparently asking for their money pushes it over the edge in terms of what they're willing to accept. We'll just take as much money as we can. How much can we get instead of an acceptance? 139. Okay then. That will make us a regional power. Now we unpause and all the occupations go away, but that war really just ravaged our army. We're gonna need some time to recover before we can wage a new one. However, Lucania being our feudatory is going to help us quite a bit, since we can just annex them soon enough. I'm going to want to keep pushing south though. Annexing Lucania will be the next thing I want to do, but that's going to take a while since they really don't like us. Minus 200 opinion. So it'll take us a while to get them under our control. And we can't do it just yet because of reasons. Apparently Samnium still exists. This one province right here we didn't take off. Cipotium up here though. I could just annex them once our troops recover enough strength, that is. And we can do a little bit of soft expansion then into some softer targets like the Sabines, and by integrating our vassals. Now though, we have got some trading to do. Let's see, what do I go for? Happiness and maintenance? Not really a whole lot of things we're capable of trading in right now. I think we'll import some wine to make our freemen a bit happier. From Apulia. There we go. 5. Yes, a lot of our army units have just been crushed in this. And I need to change up who's where in our lines, I think. There we go. Once they recover, that'll be much better. And we're down to 23,000 manpower with a max of 58,000. We're going to be sitting on that for a while. Speaking of sitting on something for a while, though, let's bump up our stability to level 2. Which, when that next update comes out, I'm not going to be able to just press a button and up the stability anymore. We're going to have to actually wait and let it do that over time. And to be honest, I kind of prefer the over time version of these increases for everything to getting it instantly. Which probably makes me the only person who actually thinks that. But oh well. That's what I think. So what? Now, building. I'm going to get down a couple of marketplaces and start increasing our income by building stuff. Everything costs 90, so no reason to put down anything else right now. Tribal chief of one of our families offers his friendship? Sure. And Etruria. That would be them. They want an alliance. I don't suppose you would also be willing to... Well, we can make Etruria a tribal vassal, but we can't make them a feudatory. No. We want to eat you, so that ain't happening. And now that things have ticked over, Lucania is actually cool with us. Not quite as much as our other vassals, but fairly up there. Speaking of other vassals, I'm going to start improving opinions with a couple of them. I want to work on annexing our vassals. I won't do this with all of them. We'll leave the largest one over in Fritania in existence, but other than that, I want to get us in a position where we can annex them. So we'll work on the others. I'm also going to start working on Lucania, even though we can't annex them yet. I want them to like me so they don't get any ideas about rebellion or any such nonsense. we also need to rebuild our army, which we're getting quite rebuilt right now. Yeah. And this brings up another thing with regards to... let's move this army to somewhere it won't be taking attrition. Over to there. Yeah, this brings up another thing that I hope changes in the future to do with vassals, because right now, if you annex a vassal, then all of their troops simply cease to exist. Which I'm not a fan of. I really prefer vassals in every other CK2 game where you inherit their troops. Or if they're not going to do that, at least annexing a vassal should cause their troops to be converted into manpower gain. So you get the amount of manpower equal to what would have been used to create how many troops they have. That should be a thing, or you should get their troops, is how I view it, quite honestly. But who knows, I might just be a complete delusional idiot about that, who can say. Our army is almost back up to full strength at the moment, but we're pretty low on manpower. Less than 10,000 now. Our light infantry is at full strength. Our archers will be soon. Our heavy cavalry and heavy infantry also will be. The one disloyal guy is not in command of an army or navy, so I'm not going to be bothered by that. I'll have him hang out over there where attrition's not gonna happen with you. Oh, attrition. I both love and hate you. I seem to hear a lot of people complaining that the attrition mechanics are just badly done in general. I don't agree. I think it's excellent. It does what it's supposed to do. It creates an incentive for you to not just stack all your troops in one place and create massive doom stacks to rule over your enemies. That to me is what it's supposed to be doing, so I don't have a problem with it. Give me that morale recovery. But I have no problem with the attrition system as it is right now. Let's see. Okay. Going to just bop those guys. Then move up and work on bopping Samnium. I'll take out the small guys first. Let's see. And then after we do that, we can move down and start bopping some of these guys. I'll take that. Just move in and kill them, and then lay siege to their province. We have less than 10,000 manpower, but we're not going to need any manpower. They will die, and then we'll lay siege. End of story. Trying to recruit more troops. Oh, how cute. How about you die first? Yeah. You can get stack wiped too. I'm cool with that. Heading in here? Come on. I don't need your help. Go and unsiege that place, the fort auto-siege for me. That would be much more useful, quite honestly. It really would be. But you're never gonna do that, because that's sensible. Oh, apparently the fort blocks me from getting there. I suppose that makes sense. But now it's time for me to bring up one or two other things that I hope get removed in the future. Hey, I might like this game, but that's not going to stop me from complaining about the little things that irk me or that I want changed in future. One of which is the fact that I would really like a mechanic to be able to tell my vassals to not come and lay siege with my army. Because one thing I don't need when I have low manpower and just laying siege to some one province minor is more attrition from troops that I don't need committing themselves. On that vein, it would be really helpful to be able to not call in my vassals. If it's going to be just an objectively easy fight that I won't need their troops committed for. If I could just not bother to have them participate in a war, that would be a great option. It really would. Why do I need an additional 20,000 vassal troops if I'm facing someone with 4,000 men, and I have 25,000 myself? I don't. That's the answer. So I would like to be able to tell them to just not do that. As you can see right here, they're causing attrition. Well, they're causing it to themselves. And fortunately, in this case, we have enough manpower. I take that back. We're gonna have enough manpower to not be losing any. Now, we're going to be losing lots. Because of my fucking vassals. Or not. That was just the ones passing through, apparently. But please stop it. I don't need to be losing all this damn manpower because of your dumbasses. Quit it. That's nearly 1,000 manpower in 1 month because these guys are stupid assholes. I would love to be able to tell them to not participate. It would just get rid of so many headaches and so much stupid manpower loss. Then again, I'm pretty sure telling vassals to not participate in a war isn't a mechanic in an EU4 or any other Paradox game I've played. Beyond CK2, where you can just not call their levies. So, I can't really complain about it being a mechanic that's not there, because I don't think it was there in the first place. Now, this siege will be done very shortly. Get the fuck out of that province. You're costing me unnecessary losses in manpower from walking through the same place as my damn troops. God. Why do you idiots feel the need to just walk around random provinces? You aren't wanted. God damn it. This is ridiculous. I do not need you just dicking around my territory. Quit it. I'm going to keep going on about this until they add an option for me to tell vassals to avoid going in provinces if it's going to cause attrition. No, you cannot have military access, whoever you are. Censor. There. Now I will call down the tax omen, even though I don't really need it because I'm making like 2 a month. We're also getting gifts from all over. For now, this army is laying siege, and we have a 36% chance of making them surrender on the next go around. And we succeeded. That's 99%. I will conquer you and take all your money, I think. And I'll take the loss of aggressive expansion. We're getting kind of up there with 5 and a bit aggressive expansion right now. But for now, let's just merge up our troops again. Samnium still exists, so I'll have to deal with all their allies as well if we ever go into that war again, meaning that would need more manpower than I have. Sabine is now allied with Umbria. Going to take a bit of time. We need to deal with them. These guys in Metaporum, I could declare war on them, and that would bring in Tarentum. So I could conquer 2 people in one go if I did that. I think we'll go for it as soon as my armies arrive. Someone else wants to trade? Go on then. This isn't helping with my manpower recovery, but still. I do rather enjoy the aggressive expansionist playstyle this game promotes, of just conquest, 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 conquest. I really enjoy this game, and I know I've said that a bunch before, but I'm going to keep repeating myself, because I do really like it. And it's worth mentioning just because it's getting so much hate that it's worth bringing up how much I enjoy this. Metaponum. Okay, apparently I don't have a claim on these guys. See that event earlier. So let's fabricate one. And then when it hits the 17th of next February, I'll declare war and we'll crush them. Nice and quick. Or at least starting the occupations will. Very much doubt the actual war will be nice and quick. But let's declare it. March in. I can't march into their allies place until I take theirs. So I'll send the rest of the army to wait somewhere else so we don't take stupid levels of attrition. It seems to be happening quite a bit lately. You can go wait over there, or you won't be getting attrition. No. That should give us some ability to replenish our manpower, getting about 200 back every month. So, that's very nice considering we only have 6,900 manpower. I'm actually in a position to replenish it during wartime. This is not going to go my way. We're about to lose 5,000 men. Because they've decided to attack me. Yeah. Well, we didn't lose them, but they have to retreat now. I think it's revenge time. I'll recombine our forces later. Go ahead. Quite the long bit to fall back from that. If it's not. Is we just went in the wrong direction. Yeah. But in this case, I can actually be thankful for my vassals. Those guys are retreating now. There and join up. Let's get a tiny little boost to our fabricate claim cost. As the places further south, I'll need to actually fabricate for, it seems. And I didn't get instant claims on all of Italy, just the Italia region. For the most part. At least I think that's how it works. Yeah, just Italia. We didn't get them from Magna Graecia. Which makes sense, I suppose, since our historical objective would be to consolidate central Italy. Military access? They're not interested in giving us that, so we can't get around that fort thing and kill them that way. here comes those troops that got their butts whooped before to join up with the army. We have 18,000 men on standby in case those guys decide to do anything stupid. There's also 25,000 laying siege, so that helps. No. You want us to lose manpower? I don't think so. Not 6,000 manpower. We don't even have 6,000 manpower. That ain't happening. Let's finish this siege and then move on to that one, so we can take both of those territories for our own. Push a bit further south. And 11,000 and then some. Alright. $3.9 income. Nice. Okay. Conduct your attack then. I'll be in shortly. Whether or not I'll actually need it is debatable though. Again, going to have to lay siege. Military tradition. We're using a lot of heavy infantry, so I will take that one. Siege down both, and we win. Advances, they're going to be handy. No, stop asking. This will be ours very soon. I am leading the siege. Fortunately, the goat. So cruelly idiots. That would have been very annoying. I never bothered to check what was going on in the rest of the world. Phrygia and the Seleucid Empire have gone to war. guys have Phrygia and Egypt. So they're having fun. Moria did actually make peace with the Seleucids. How the hell did Phrygia manage to occupy that deep into core Egyptian territory? I would love to know that. Really, I would. Now, time to make peace. I'm sorry, what? How come we can't take this? I don't understand. We should be able to grab that. Doesn't make any sense. Oh well. If we can't get them to become our part of our territory, then I'll have to make wonderful. I'll have to make a client state so that we can annex them later. Next best thing, and we get one of the two territories. So I can't complain too much. Send our troops back north to Neapolis, and we'll just rest and recover for a little bit. But this fort is going away. We just don't need it. Note self, kill those bloody pirates eventually. Because that is undoubtedly reducing our income a bit. Let's get our forces back here and merge them up again. Back to 24,000 men. Pacific advance. Capua. There, we can sit on for no attrition at 24,000 men. Let's see. Let's put on a couple more marketplaces. All over the place to get some more income, I guess. Okay, my next order of business. Now, though, I want some more siege ability. Our sieges take an annoying long amount of time currently. If I can shorten them, that would be nice. Currently, working on improving opinions in a couple of places. let's see. 20 per ship for triremes. I'm gonna start building up a fleet so we can take out those pirates that are all around here. And for the eventual long-term goal of conquering parts of Carthage and getting them out of Italy. How are you feeling towards us? Not so generous, thanks to the declaration of war we had recently. I'll hold off on improving an opinion of you until later. Calia, this is a 73 opinion. You are the next. You're one of the people I would like to integrate soon. That would get me a whole swath of territory. No, Etruria, I do not want an alliance. I plan to eat you eventually. And you have no allies, so I might add you eventually. And more events giving us claims on them. Apparently we get a series of them, not just the one thing. I wasn't aware of this since I hadn't played much as Rome, so yeah. Keep improving the income with marketplaces. Why are you just sitting there? I said to build the fleet. Religious advances. Jump. There we go. 7 ships. I'll get 2 more in at the moment, and then we'll hold off on building anything new. In addition to having 9 ships, let's go into the economy and put the fleet maintenance back up to normal. So let's see if we actually have reasonable fleet morale. I'm going to be launching an attack on these pirates fairly soon. Bloody fleet, I told you to merge up. Why are you not doing that? Now, let's get a commander. He's 62 and really old, so shouldn't live too long. No, let's wait until morale is higher. I want at least 2 morale. 2.48. I'll let it max out first, in fact. And just give them a bit of time. No, that's maxed out enough. Kill those pirates, then go kill those pirates. Those are your orders. And we can focus on killing a few pirates while I recover manpower. Plus 2 our research points. Yes, please. Okay, let's unpause. We are getting all the good rolls, while they're getting all the shitty ones. I like that. I really do. Alright, random. Really chased away those pirates. That's unfortunate, but oh well. I'll leave them be for now, rather than focusing on butchering them on the spot. We've got another band of pirates to deal with. One that's of more concern to me, because they're actually blockading one of my ports and affecting trade. Come on, get the actual good rolls. Come on. Come on. Oh, god damn it. 6-4. I hate you, game. Seriously. I don't have as many problems with the RNG system in these games as some people seem to, but sometimes it seems as out to get me as in XCOM. It really does. It really freaking does. By the way, note to Paradox on another thing I don't like. I would like more information. Yeah, I would like more information about the naval battles. That screen tells me absolutely nothing. Beyond how many ships I have, how many ships they have, casualties, and deaths rolls. That doesn't give me enough information for it to be useful. You need to improve the screen. And honestly, the way it is right now rather reminds me of the lack of usefulness that you got in Stellaris. For the naval combat screen in the release version. Hopefully you do improve it. That's one aspect of the game that I absolutely can't defend in any way. The naval combat system is specifically the one giving me information regarding. Let's see how to put this. The information screen for naval battles is terrible. I know in the upcoming patch there's plans to improve the actual naval combat. They could have, for example, more than a single type of ship in the game and add more depth. I hope you'll go through to expand on that with more information on the actual combat scenes. That would be quite nice. But those pirates are dead now. Let's see what that does to our income. Already do something and I just didn't notice. Entirely possible. Oh, we're making about 3 a month at the moment. Nobody's disloyal. Either the disloyal person became loyal or he died. I'm honestly not sure. But as of right now, and fuck off, Etruria. Right now, we're getting some nice manpower again. Very nice indeed. But I think I'm going to end this episode here. So, this has been DarkPhoenix Gaming, and you have been watching my short mini-series on Imperator Rome. And if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to see more like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.